Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. It's your girl, Terrionna, aka Terrionna Makeup, and I'm here giving you another bomb simple tutorial, okay? So let's get into it. So right now I'm starting with a clean, fresh face, already moisturized. Now I'm going to go in with this primer. It's Marc Jacobs Undercover. This is my first time using this primer and I may say I love it. It's super lightweight and it just feels good on my skin. So then after I add my primer, I go in with my Becca foundation, 24-hour foundation. And I use the color Truffle, and honestly, it's one of the best shades that I got. I can't believe I'm so late to the Becca game. Like, look at this foundation shade. It matches my skin so good, which is typically kind of hard when it comes to makeup. Like, I don't find shades that match me exactly. But this foundation matched my skin to the T. Like, I love this foundation before I even added the concealer and did all the contouring. Like, I could just go out and just rock this foundation. I don't know how wide of a shade range that they have, but they got my color and it looks so bomb on me, and I love how the foundation looks on me, and it's full coverage. And again, it says it's 24 hours, and like I paired it with a really good primer, in my opinion. Like, I do love this primer. It like made the foundation go on super duper smooth, and like this foundation matches my skin so good, as you can see. Like, you see that natural glow that I'm getting, and I kind of take my beauty blender and I blend out that foundation. I don't really like using a beauty blender to blend out my foundation because I feel like the beauty blender takes off a lot of product. So as you can see, like, my beauty blender is full of foundation now. That's like my pet peeve, because like when I'm trying to use my beauty blender for other stuff, all that foundation gets on my hand. It gets on my nerves. But I need to clean my brushes, so I had no choice but to use my beauty blender. I do like the beauty blender because it makes the foundation go on like super nice. I can't lie. Like, sometimes I feel like sponges, I don't like the way my foundation looks when I apply it with the sponge. I mean, with the brush. But with the sponge, I love the way that it looks. The only complaint is I hate how much foundation gets on the brush. But I just added another like light layer. Like, I didn't use too much foundation because I don't think I need it. Like, this foundation is super duper full coverage. And I low-key found this foundation on sale at TJ Maxx. Like, but it's so worth the full price. Like, I really do like this foundation. It's like super good, and like I think it's great for people with like normal to dry skin, because like it kind of has like a little glow to it. So it's like not a super duper dry foundation, which if you have dry skin, you don't want to use a super duper dry foundation. Look at that. Like, as I was saying, like, look at that. I could just go like that and feel like, if I was going to work, I would just, like, when I go to work, I just rock foundation. I would just literally throw this foundation on before work and hit myself with some setting spray. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Anastasia Prism palette. I brung out an old palette because I love the blue in this palette, and I had the idea of using like this navy blue because my dress was like a navy blue, like the day. So I love this Prism palette. I wish she made her palettes more pigmented like she did in the beginning. I know like people probably didn't like that because it was a lot of fallout, but I like the fallout because it gave me a lot to play with. Like, I feel like now, like, I have to keep dipping the brush. Like, I like when her palettes were super duper pigmented. So if I could ask one thing from Anastasia, it's to bring back like those super duper pigmented palettes. Like, again, like, I know some people don't like the fallout, but sis, like, do your eyeshadow before your makeup and wipe it off. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I would prefer to be able to play with my foundation, my eyeshadow, than to like have to keep dipping and dipping and dipping. Like, I like to dip once and like to spread it around. You know what I mean? and her palettes used to be really good at that. I know this eyeshadow is like a shimmer eyeshadow, and I know like the shimmer eyeshadows work better with they work better like when you wet the brush. And I didn't wet the brush because like sometimes I feel like when you do wet the brush, it's harder to spread it out. But it does make the eyeshadow pop a little bit. So I kind of like take like a brush. I know you're supposed to pat the eyeshadow in, but like sometimes I like to blend it out just to see where I'm going with this look. And I really didn't know where I was going with this look, so my technique for this eyeshadow is like kind of weird because I don't think I would do it this way if I knew what I was gonna do before I did it. Like I usually, probably for me, I like to add my bright colors first, and I'm gonna go in with a bright color in my corners in a bit here. So yeah, like I know in my next tutorial I'll talk about like why I took like a little break from YouTube and like where I've been. So make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, so I go in with a concealer in the corner of my eyes because I'm gonna add like a brighter color eyeshadow to this mix. Like I wanted to do like a navy blue smoky eye type of situation, but I want the color of my light color like not to like go too deep into my eyeshadow. I just want to keep it in the corners is basically what I'm trying to say. So I go in with this like pale pink color because I think these two colors complement each other surprisingly really well. Okay, so as you can see, my eyeshadow looks bomb, and I added some Lily lashes in Miami, and I'm going in with this Urban Decay weightless concealer. This concealer was my first time using it too, and I like the concealer. Like, I don't know whether I like a matte concealer or a creamy concealer more. I feel like a creamy concealer kind of gives you a more full coverage and you don't need as much. I feel like when you use a matte concealer, you need a little bit more to get that coverage that you want. But I do like the matteness of the concealer, and I like the shade of the concealer, but I think I do prefer a creamy concealer for my skin type. I think a matte concealer is perfect. This concealer is perfect for you. This Urban Decay weightless 24-hour weightless concealer is perfect for you if you have oily skin. I would always recommend matte products for oily skin because it helps control the oil throughout the day. So this concealer gave me the coverage I guess I was looking for. I didn't use that much either, so I guess like I kept it pretty simple. Like this is just a simple, about to go out, about to go to the store real quick, about to go shopping, about to go grab some stuff. Like I didn't do too much. Like I'm not beating my face like to the max, so I didn't use that much concealer, So I kind of take my beauty blender and I kind of blend it out. Like honestly, like if you don't know how to blend out your concealer at this point, you haven't watched enough of my tutorials. I'm not really going to explain like how I blend out my concealer. I think you should go watch my videos, grab your mimosa, and go binge watch a few of my videos and see like how I kind of go about blending and tapping out that concealer. Because you learn a lot from me, okay? You want to learn to do makeup or what? If you want to learn to do makeup, go watch my previous videos, hit that like button, and turn on that notification bell so you never, ever miss a tutorial, okay? And if you haven't already, because at this point you should have, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. And I kind of go on top of my concealer with another layer again because I do want a full coverage. I gotta cover up those bags. Okay, well, I don't really have bags yet, but I have like little creases in my face, and like that's what makeup's for, to get rid of those creases. I don't mind the creases in my face, by the way. Like I love being natural too, don't get me wrong, but I love looking like a baby doll sometimes. Like it's not a crime to look like a baby doll. Okay, so I blend that out and I go in with the Naked concealer again by Urban Decay. And this time I use a deep darker shade for my contouring. And I always take my contouring from my sideburn. That's just a little thing I like to do. Take it from a sideburn. And make this like stupid little, sorry, not to say stupid, that's a bad word. Make this silly little duck face to get that perfect contouring. Ooh, I'm hungry. My stomach growling. I hope you can't hear the growling while I'm recording. But I am hungry. Okay, now I'm going to blend out this concealer using my favorite little angle brush. I love this brush for contouring. It's by MAC. I love it for contouring because it has like a cute angle to it. So all I have to do is lightly brush it up and down, and it gives me the contour that I need because it's already angled, and it won't look chunky because it's angled, you know? So I blend out that contour in kind of like a circular motion. My eyeshadow honestly looks so good. Took a little bit of time, but I got it there. And I go and take my beauty blender and kind of blend out those fine lines if I have any. And I awkwardly always contour my nose last. I don't know why I don't put all the concealer on my face all at once, then blend it out. I feel like it tends to get sloppy that way. Like I like to keep things kind of organized, and this is the best way to keep things organized to me. So I blend out everything first. But the issue with this is I always have to go over it, but it still keeps things organized for me if I do things one thing at a time, you know? And I still don't think I mastered how to contour my nose. I'm still working on that. Like, I don't think I snatch my nose to the T like I want to, but I don't really think I can because I don't have that type of nose that you can snatch. You know, my nose is broad. How can you snatch a broad nose? I do what I can with it, and I think it looks good. And if you don't, you a hater. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, I still haven't mastered contouring my nose. As you can see, I kind of skipped that part and blended out my nose. But then I go in with this Marc Jacob translucent powder, and it's my first time using it too. This is kind of like a makeup unboxing of first time products that I never used before, and I loved all of them. Honestly, this setting powder gave me like a sheer look. I probably should have used a sponge to put this powder on, but it gave me a sheer kind of glowy look. Like, I loved it because it didn't like all the way mattify me, but it hid those fine lines and it gave me like a cute glow. Like, I low-key put this on your must-buy makeup list. If you have a must-buy, I would add this to it. It's so, look at that. Oh, if you guys notice something different, I got a new camera, so my video quality is kind of different. Like, I don't really know how I feel about the camera yet. Like, I got a Fujifilm camera, that's what I'm filming with now. I previously used the Canon 70D, but I decided to upgrade. I don't know if I really upgraded or downgraded. I think I upgraded because the video quality I think is a little bit better. But I don't know if it's really an upgrade because the camera costs way less than my other camera. But I'll probably do a review on the cameras that I use for my beauty shots and my beauty tutorials. But if you notice anything different, it's the camera that I use now. And you can kind of see my makeup, it's a little bit more bright and bold, you know? So I kind of just go in and I take this MAC brush and I blend out all that powder, make sure it's super blended out. And yeah, put a little bit of that bronzer. I think I put bronzer on this brush. Add a little bit of bronzer to my nose and to my cheeks. And now I'm gonna set it with this Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I like to make sure everything's kind of just blended out. I think I overblend because I think I make my powder blend into my skin at this point, and this is my problem. I be over blending it. But I don't like to look like casket ready. And if I don't blend it, I think I'll look casket ready. And I'm gonna spray a little bit of this All Nighter Setting Spray by Urban Decay. Ooh, see what I tell you? That glowy, but not too glowy. Glowy, but not oily. And now I'm going to go in with this Laura Geller, my favorite highlight. I probably will never use a different highlight. I try, but ever since I discovered it, I never let it go. Like, I love this highlighter. It gives me like this it's a baked highlighter. Oof. I just love it. Love it, love it. And I'm going to go in with a little pink blush onto my cheeks just to give me a little bit of contrast. And boom, there you have it. It's done. And if you follow this step by step, if you had your little mimosa in hand and you did the tutorial with me, yours should have came out like this, or hopefully even better. And sis, there you have it, a beat face.